As researchers, you all have felt the pressure of publish or perish, right? That pressure can make even the most honest researchers do the things they think are okay but are actually very dangerous. Perhaps you just cleaned up the background of a Western Blot image or edited bands to appear brighter for publication. Maybe you copied the introduction from your own PhD thesis because you thought, I wrote it so I can use it. Or maybe you removed just one outlier data point to get that significant p value. These small things might seem acceptable to you, but to journal editors and universities, this is ethical misconduct. It can lead to rejection, retraction, cancellation of funding, and the destruction of your reputation. Today, I am going to share the most common ethical misconducts and the gray areas you must know. Pay close attention to point number 4. It is a mistake I see 90% of students make without realizing they are breaking the rules. Hello and welcome back to XploreBio with Dr. Abhishek. I regularly review your comments to create videos focusing on your common challenges in academia and share tips to make your research journey easier. When we talk about ethics, most people think it's just copying and pasting. However, the scientific community groups misconduct into three big categories: FFP, fabrication, falsification, and plagiarism. Stick around until the end for the silent killers, the gray areas where honest researchers accidentally destroy their careers. First is fabrication. This is the worst crime in science. Imagine a researcher is running out of time. Instead of repeating the PCR, he opens an Excel sheet and type in random numbers that look correct and generates a graph for his paper or thesis. Fabrication is simply making up the data, creating results for experiments you never actually did. If caught, you don't just lose the paper, you lose your career. Second is falsification. Imagine you have a Western blot with a messy background. You use software to crank up the contrast until the background disappears and the band looks perfect. Or you change the values in your expression data to force it to get significant difference. You are manipulating materials to hide the reality. The golden rule is you cannot change the data to fit your hypothesis. You must change your hypothesis to fit the data. Third is plagiarism. If you copy a sentence, changes only a few words, or paraphrases it without citing the original source, it is plagiarism. Furthermore, if you reuse the text from your own previously published paper or thesis without citation, it is called self-plagiarism. I have a detailed tutorial linked below on how to avoid and how to ethically remove plagiarism from your work. Now, if you think I have never faked the data or plagiarized, this next section is for you. These are the gray areas where most researchers get trapped. These are the things many supervisors might even tell you are okay, but they are actually forbidden. Point number 4, gift authorship. This includes adding a colleague who didn't work on the project, or a senior professor just for favor, or thinking it will help you get your paper published. Also, the tradition, if you add my name, I will add yours in my paper, is not uncommon. But let me tell you, this is dangerous. Authorship is not just getting the credit, it is a responsibility, and you have liabilities too. If the paper contains fake or manipulated data, everyone on the author list is responsible. Number 5 is sabotage. If a colleague intentionally damages your experiments, harms your materials, or breaks equipment due to jealousy or amusement, this is sabotage. It is malicious and a severe breach of research ethics. Breach of confidentiality. If you are reviewing a paper as a reviewer, you cannot share it or use the data for yourself or others before it is published. Number 7 is reviewer bias. Have you ever had a manuscript stuck in review for months? A competitor might intentionally delay the review or request endless revisions so that they can publish their own paper first. This is strictly unethical. If you want to learn more about the whole publishing process, you may refer this video. Now that you know about the research misconducts, here is how to protect yourself. Never generate data without a proper experimentation. Start early and do not wait for deadlines. Perform experiments in replicates to gain confidence and keep your raw data safe and report it without manipulation. Do not copy the text. Understand the context, write in your own words, and always cite original sources. Discuss with the mentor about contribution and authorships early. Avoid giving and taking gift authorships. Remember, authors do have liabilities. Respect the work of others. If caught sabotaging, your degree is at risk. As a reviewer, Keep papers confidential and review them timely. If your paper is delayed unreasonably, you have the right to ask the editor for an explanation. Science is built upon trust. When we publish, we tell the world this is the truth. And it takes years to build a reputation, but only a bad paper to destroy it. What do you think is the most serious misconduct? Also, if you want a video on AI ethical misconduct, write AI ethics in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.